And while you're opening po your camera, I'll be sharing my screen. Kindly inform me if visible na po siya on your end. Ang iba ay nasa plantar pang utak. Visible na po ba siya? Okay. Okay, so for today's discussion, we'll be dealing with numerical integration as the last part po or the last chapter under numerical methods and analysis. No? So for numerical integration, we have here three methods or three subtopics to deal on. For today, as our first meeting for the week, we'll be dealing with numerical integration. Then by the next meeting, which would be tomorrow, we're we'll be dealing naman with the second method, which is Simpson's rule, specifically Simpson's one-third rule. Then by the last meeting on Thursday ay Thursday ba? Yeah, Thursday. Simpsons 3/8. Then by next week before tayo mag um, proceed with the planter ay magkakaroon muna tayo ng quiz, no? Para hirap muna bago sarap. Okay. So, anyways, going back po dito sa ating first method, which is the first one is the trapezoidal rule. No. So, if you could remember during your basic calculus on senior high, you have mentioned you have discussed there the topic about Riemann sum method. Are you familiar with Riemann sum? Narinig niyo na ba yung Riemann sum? Narinig na ba ang Riemann sum, guys? Are you familiar with it? Baka kasi hindi kayo familiar o ay Riemann sum din tas hindi pala kayo familiar with such. Have you heard of Riemann sum? So for Riemann sum, for example, let's duplicate this graph or this function here. We have a function na ganito. For Riemann sum, we divide the function in several divisions. For example, ganyan yung division natin. You imagine these are straight lines. Okay. Then we use rectangles to somehow approximate or estimate the area of the given curve, no? Kasi when you use rectangle, there is a definite formula for area which is technically length times width lang naman, no? So, okay. So, go, just like what I've mentioned, we'll be using rectangles as an estimation for the area. So let's use other color. Let's try to use blue for the rectangles. So we'll use the mid. Let's say we have the midpoint, specifically midpoint. So we'll use this rectangle. Dapat siya ay magkakasing laki. Imagine na magkakasing laki yan. Okay. Naintindihan niyo ba yung pinaportray ko? Oo, no. Ba yan? Yan yung itsura niya. Nakikita nyo? Now, so we use rectangles to somehow approximate or estimate the value of the area that is under the curve. But if you could see, or if you could notice here, there are some errors. May errors tayo to be positive and negative error. So let's denote it by yellow. So yan, may error tayo with regards doon sa ating curve mismo. Nakikita niyo yung error. So visible naman po yung error natin for such. Yan, ito yung mga errors natin. No. So somehow Riemann sum is more of a traditional way of estimating the area using the formula for rectangle or area for rectangle. That's just length times width. Then we just have to add all the rectangles. But there are some modifications done by our mathematicians or by the mathematicians who've dealt with numerical integration methods. So, ang goal nila is mapababa yung error na tinatawag or yung ating discrepancy with regards to the estimation of the value. So, pinabababa natin yon. So, anong ginawa nila? Instead of using rectangles, they have used trapezoids. By definition, trapezoid is a quadrilateral which has one pair of parallel line and yung isa ay yung isang pair ng opposite lines ay hindi parallel with one another. No, so meron lang at least one, hindi siya at least one, but meron siyang one pair of parallel lines. Okay? So yung dalawang opposite line is parallel. Then yung other two is not parallel. So it's already considered as a trapezoid. Okay? So sa halip na rectangle, trapezoid. And if you could notice, mas umuunti yung ating error. Nakikita yung difference ng dalawa. Mas umuunti siya. And yung ginagamitan po natin for this one, for trapezoidal rule, we are adjusted or nagkakaroon tayo ng adjustment with regards to the number of trapezoids we are using. For this case, for the example given, you could see that there are 4 trapezoids or 4 area. Is subdivided into 4 area. So technically, 4 trapezoids yung ginamit for this one. And if you could imagine, if we increase the number of trapezoids, let's say gawin natin 40. So from 4 naging 40. So nag-multiply siya by 10. So anong makikita nyo dyan? So madidivide ito into 10. Kada area madidivide into 10. So tendency, mas matitrace niya yung ating trapezoid. Yung ating curve using trapezoids. Gets niya? Mas magkakaroon tayo ng tracing, mas magiging accurate yung tracing natin, or magkakaroon tayo ng, if we zoom it in, mas matitrace natin siya ng mas maayos. Gets niya ba? So, mas less yung error natin. Mas accurate naman yung magiging approximation natin for the area. Nagets niya? Since integration or the integral, yung application po niya is to estimate the area under our curve. Okay? Gets po yun? Gets? Questions? Do you have any question po before time we proceed? Okay. So, we approximate again by trapezoidal rule. It's a modification. It's a more of an improvement of the Riemann sum method. No? So, by using trapezoids. No? For trapezoids, basically speaking, we have there the parts, or normally the parts of the trapezoids are known as the bases. The bases po, yun po yung dalawang line that is parallel with one another. Then we have the legs. Yung legs natin siya yung hindi parallel. So for this case, this is the base. Ito yung base natin. Itong part na to ang base. This is base 1, this is base 2. Then we have here the two legs. Then, syempre, meron siyang given height. So, for the formula po, for getting the area of a trapezoid, it's technically base 1 plus base 2 all over 2. Then, we multiply it by its height, o yung height niya. So, for example, yung trapezoid natin is ganito. Kasi trapezoids comes in two many form. Pwedeng ganyan. So, we still need to find the height, h, no? So, yung height h, siya naman po makukuha natin using the concept of algebra and geometry. No? So, kayo naman po ay maalam na doon. Okay, for the case of this one, as you can see, it's more of a vertical trapezoid. Vertical siya. Kasi yung basis natin is ito. Ito yung parallel. Tapos ito yung ating legs. Okay, gets nyo ba? Nakikita niyo yung analogy for that. Ito yung ating trapezoid. Trapezoid 1, This is trapezoid 1, this is trapezoid 2, trapezoid 3, then we have the trapezoid 4. Gets? Gets pa? Okay. So, paano natin makukuha yan? So, ito yung sasabi ko sa inyo kanina errors with regards to the area. Let's jump into this one. Let's have this example. Let's say ito yung ating figure or ito yung ating curve. So, we have there for division for the trapezoids or for trapezoids found on the curve. So, we denote it as area 1, area 2, area 3, and area 4. Okay. So, we have 4 area or 4 trapezoids. We just need to find the total area by adding all the values of the area of each trapezoid. Apat na trapezoid, apat na area. Pag add natin lahat, yun yung total area. Okay? Gets po? So, doing that, again, earlier we have discussed yung h natin or yung height. And since this is a vertical trapezoid, yung height niya naman is somehow nakahiga na. Ano? So, how can we find the height? So, that's technically the difference doon sa x natin. Okay? So, yun yung h natin. So, how can we find h? So, meron po tayong formula for h. That's technically b minus a all over n. So, saan natin makukuha yung b, a, at n? So, saan galing yung b, a, at n na yan? So, di ba we have a given integral, let's say, ito nga ang balak. We have the integral of f of x dx. This is evaluated, so this is pertaining to a definite integral evaluated from a to b. Okay? So yung a is the lower limit, b is the upper limit. Normally, mas mataas yung value ng b compared sa a. Okay? So for h, if we are to find it, that's technically b, yung upper limit minus the lower limit all over n. Saan naman galing yung n? Yung n natin, siya po ay manggagaling sa number of trapezoids. And for this case, ang atin pong number of trapezoid is ilan? 4, 'di ba? 4 yung trapezoids natin dito. So, for example, ito yung b natin. Siyempre, this is the upper limit. Yung b natin, let's say siya ay 10. Let's say ito ay 10. Okay? The 8, gawin natin 8. B is equal to 8. Tapos yung a natin, ito siya. Let's say a is 2. So, how can we find the value of h? H is equal to 10 minus 2. 8 minus 2, I mean. 8 minus 2. All over ilang ano to? Ilang trapezoids? 4. So, all over 4. So, we have there 8 minus 2, that's 6. Then divide 4. 6 divide 4, that's approximately 1.5. Ibig sabihin, yung haba nitong yellow, itong part na yellow na to, is 1.5. Okay? So, from A, which is 2, you add 1.5. So, itong x1, x sub 1 is 3.5. x2 is add another 1.5. 3.5 plus 1.5, that is 5. So, x2 is 5, yung x value niya. Tapos yung x3, how can we find x3? That's 5 plus 1.5. So, this is 6.5. So, x3 6.5. Then, we add another 1.5. That would become 8. And as you could see, we have come up with our upper limit value, which is yung b natin, which is 8. So, yung ating pong 1.5h is just the interval. Okay? Question? Gets po yan? Okay, so para mas maintindihan po natin, let's have here our example. Pero before that, I'll show you this one. So, paano natin makukuha yung ating general formula? So, let's say we have here our given. Siyempre, for area 1, that's simply by the formula that is derived earlier. Ano nga formula natin for the trapezoid? The area for trapezoid is simply the sum of the bases all over 2. So that's for this case, yung A1 natin, ang bases natin is y0 and y sub 1. So we add y sub 0 plus y sub 1, then we divide it by 2. Then we multiply its height. Or for this case, our height is the interval denoted as h. Nagkataon na h din siya. Okay? So, ito yung ating magiging area 1. For area 2, same lang yung magiging value natin. Mag-iiba lang dyan is yung bases. Ang base na magagamit naman natin for area 2 is y sub 1 and y sub 2. Then for area 3, y sub 2 and y sub 3. Area 4, y sub 3 and y sub 4. Okay? So, meron tayong pattern na makukuha or makikita dyan. So, madali lang naman siya. Then, syempre, para makuha natin yung total area, we just need to add all the areas. Adding those, we will notice there that the leftmost base, which is y sub 0, isang beses lang siya naulit. Unlikewise, yung nasa interior, which is y sub 1, dalawa, y sub 2, dalawang beses, y sub 3, dalawang beses. Unlike those values, dalawang beses na ulit. And for y sub 4, which is the rightmost base, ito, ilang beses siya naulit? Isa lang din. So, yung una at yung huli, isang beses lang maulit. Yung nasa gitna, dalawang beses maulit. So, kung magkakaroon tayo diyan ng general formula, it will become h over 2 multiplied to our y sub 0 or the leftmost base plus 2 twice the summation of the interior bases. Okay? Tapos y plus y sub n, yung ating rightmost y. Okay? So, yung ating mga values ng y, para natin siya mako-compute, we just need to directly substitute our x doon sa ating function. Just like what we are doing last time. Okay? So, makakakuha tayo ng values ng y. Then, just need to directly substitute here sa ating general formula. Then, we'll get already the approximated value of our area using trapezoidal row. Question? Questions po? Sure, wala pong question. Okay. Let's proceed with the example. Doon po sa ating example, we have here the integral of sine x dx evaluated from 0 to pi. So, we are to find or we are to estimate the area using trapezoidal rule wherein n is equal to 3 and n is equal to 5. So, for the first part, we have there n is equal to 3. So, we expect that we will be using 3 trapezoids for this one. So, we divide po yung ating graph into 3 trapezoids. So, before we proceed po, doon sa ating example, pwede din po na yung maging question for this one is, we are to find, let's say we have a function f of x is equal to sine x. Tapos siya ay naka inequality form. Let's say x is equal to, x is less than pi, but it is greater than 0. So, ang meaning niya lang is same lang dito. Gets nyo? Yung lower limit natin, or a is yung 0, tapos yung b or the upper limit is pi. Same lang po iyan. So, what does that mean? If we are to construct po yung graph niya, ganito yung magiging itsura niyan. Yung sine wave natin, yung sinusoidal wave natin, or the sine graph. As you could see, ito yung tsura niyan. From 0, we are pertaining wherein x is from 0 to pi. So, ibig sabihin, we are pertaining to this area here. So, ano daw yung area niyang value ng area na yan? Nagets ga? Okay. So, this is subdivided into one method pero dalawang value of n. For the first value of n, that's 3. For the second value of n, that's 5. Okay, let's try first the n equals 3. For n equals 3 again, divide po natin siya into 3. Kita nyo? Dinivide natin siya into 3. Tapos, paano natin nakuha ang mga values na ito? We will be using the formula again for h. Remember, h po natin is b minus a all over n. Ano ang ating b? Given doon sa ating function or sa integral equation, b natin is pi, ang a natin is 0, tapos ang Ang n natin, ilan ang n? For this case is 3. So, ibig sabihin, our h is pi over 3. Okay? So, para saan yung h na yan? Di ba we have here, di ka identify natin na ang itong lower limit is 0, tapos ito ay pi. So, from 0, we add pi over 3. So, 0 plus pi over 3 is pi over 3. Then, we add again pi over 3. So, magiging 2 pi over 3. Then, we add again pi over 3. So, that's 3 pi over 3 or makakancel yung 3, magiging pi na lang. Gets? Na-gets yung sa interval. So, from this, we can now compute for the values of y. How? So, for the values of y, as you could see, kahit hindi nyo na-computein yung sa y sub 0, kita nyo na siya ay yung 0 niya is 0, 0. So, technically, at sine 0, siya ay 0 yung y niya. Okay. How about itong sine? Diba this is already the y sub 0. How about y sub 1? Ang y sub 1 natin is ito. Kung makapansin nyo, simply sine pi. Anong x value natin? Pi over 3. Sine pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. So, ito yung value ng ating y1. For y2, as you could notice, nagkataon na siya ay equal or ka-height niya lang yung y sub 1. So, mangyayari dyan, same lang yung values nila. But mathematically speaking, equal naman po yung sine pi over 3 at sine 2 pi over 3. Kahit i-check nyo pa sa ating calcu. Okay? Next, we have there the last one, yung sine pi. Yung sine pi, as you could notice, this is y sub 4. Katapat or ka-height niya lang po. Y sub 3, I mean. Ka-height niya lang po yung ating y sub 0, which is the same na 0. Kaya sine pi and sine 0 is both 0. Okay? And if you are to use again the unit circle without using the calculator, you could prove there that sine pi and sine 0 is both 0. Okay? So, meron na tayong values ng mga y. So, we can now directly compute for the total area using the general formula again. The general formula says that h, ito yung h, pi over 3 over 2 multiplied to the sum. Anong outermost? Ang outermost is 0. Ito siya. Plus twice ng interior. So for this example, ang interior po natin ay pertaining to y1 and y2. Okay? So ito lang yung ating twice ng pi over square root of 3 over 2 plus square root of 3 over 2. Then yung ating outermost again is 0. So isang beses lang ulit siya plus 0. Then if we are to simplify this one, pi over 3 plus pi over 3, that's simply 2 pi over 3. Square root of 3 over 2 plus square root of 3 over 2, di magiging dalawa siya. So that's 2 square root of 3 over 2. Yung 2, makakancel niya yung 2 sa baba. So magiging square root of 3 na lang siya. Tapos times 2. Magiging sagot dito is 2 square root of 3. Tapos may 2 dito, cancel yung 2. Ang matitira ay pi over 3 times square root of 3, which is approximately equal to 1.81 square units. Wala tayong binigay na unit, so ang gagamitin pa natin is square unit. Question? Question? Do you have any questions po with regards to this one? None. So, I assume none, so no one is raising their hand. Let's now focus, or let's now proceed with n equals 5. Okay? For n equals 5, as you could notice, sa halip na 3 kanina na n equals 3, 5 naman yung ating magiging division. So, simply, sa kanina pi over 3, ngayon naman ay pi over 5 since magiging 5 na yung n natin. Okay, so alam nyo na yan. So, this is y sub 0, this is y sub 1, this is y sub 2, this is y sub 3, y sub 4, and y sub 5. Okay, so we have there 5, and those are 6 pala, including y sub 0. 6 values of y. So we just need to evaluate the values of x's. Again, paano nakuha itong x? Paano nakuha ito? Di ba we have the computed value of h? Tapos, yun yung maging interval natin. 0 plus pi over 5, pi over 5. 0 plus, pi over 5 plus pi over 5, 2 pi over 5. Tapos dagdag ulit ng pi over 5, 3 pi over 5. Dagdag ulit, 4 pi over 5. Dagdag ulit, 5 pi over 5 or cancel yung 5, matitira na lang ay pi. Questions. Gets yan? Yung sa interval. Then we just need to directly substitute these values doon sa ating function which is sine of x. So magiging sine 0, sine pi over 5, sine blah 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 blah, and hanggang sine pi. And if you could notice, we'll have a value, or we have values for h. Tapos yung direct substitution. Ano yung magiging interior function, interior y natin or interior basis? Ito. Y sub 1 up until y sub 4. Gets? Tapos yung leftmost is itong y sub 0, yung rightmost ang y sub 5. So, isang beses lang natin ulitin sila. Directly substituting, h over 2 again, then we'll have the total area as 1.93. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, and just like what I have mentioned earlier, pag dami po ng trapezoids na gagamitin natin is pag accurate. So we are expecting na mas malapit yung sagot nung n equals 5 kaysa sa n equals 3. Gets? Okay. So kung halimbawa ang gamitin nating n is let's say 50, which is sobrang dami. So mangyayari dyan, mas accurate yung ating mabibigay na sagot. Nakuha? Mas magiging accurate po. Iyan. Question. Questions po. Okay. So may nakompute tayong approximated values for the total area for n equals 3 and n equals 5. However, we don't know the true value or yung true value ng or yung mismong value ng ating integral expression. So how can we solve for it? Simply, if we are to compute here, it manually, ano ang integral ng sin x dx? Di ba negative cosine x? So that's negative cosine x. Since this is a definite integral, so it will be evaluated from 0 to pi. Okay, so how can we evaluate the definite integral? We just substitute the upper limit minus the substitution of the lower limit. So that is negative cosine x, that's pi, negative cosine pi, minus negative cosine 0. What is the value of cosine pi? If we are to look at the unit circle without using the calculator, cosine pi is ito siya. Anong interval, anong tawag dito? Coordinate nito, this is negative 1, 0, diga. So cosine is negative 1. Cosine pi is negative 1 multiplied to negative 1, that's positive 1. So this is 1 minus magiging plus. Ano ang cosine 0? Cosine 0 is this one, di ba? Ano ang kanyang cosine? 1. So this is 1 plus 1. O, 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, baka i-calculate nyo pa ha. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Kasi kasama natin ng Diyos. Charot. Baka i-calculate nyo pa ang 1 plus 1 ha. I-double check nyo. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So 2 yung sagot. And as you could notice, mas malapit yung n equals 5 kasi 1.93. Okay? So kung ibig sabihin, pag itinaas pa natin yung value ng n, let's say gawin natin 50, mas malapit na siya sa 2 compared dito sa n equals 5. Question. Sige, try n equals 50. Para 15 y yon, 51 na y. Questions? Or if you don't want to have, hindi, I will be requiring you to compute it manually. Pero meron kasing feature sa calculator that you could compute it directly using the integral um, feature of the calculator. Okay? Questions for the first method, which is the trapezoidal rule. Wala na pong question. So, I'll be giving you the rest of the time for you to compute for the error or the approximation error for n equals 3 and n equals 5. No. So, by the next meeting, which will be tomorrow, we'll be dealing with Simpson's rule, Simpson's 1/3, and Simpson's 3/8. So, ito yon para lang magkaroon tayo ng idea. Yan. From this, you could already see kung bakit siya tinawag na 1/3 at 3/8. 1/3 h over 3. Tapos yung Simpsons 3/8, siya naman ay 3 h over 8. Ay siya naging Simpsons 3/8 rule. So madali lang niya. Actually, yung numerical integration method ang pinakamadali na topic sa numerical methods for me. So ito, if siguro some of you may idea, doon sa reservoir engineering ginagamit yung Simpsons rule. No. Pati sa naval architecture and marine engineering ginagamit ang Simpsons rule sa pag-estimate nung area nung hull nung HOA. Charot. Pati. Hindi, ginagamit kasi namin to sa ResEng. Simpsons rule. May questions? Pwede ba pet E nakalagay pet E? Uno. Questions? Hindi, si Liza lang yun kasi siya nagturo ng numic. Charot. May questions po? So, we're done with the first method. I'll be giving you the rest of the time for you to start the problem set and laboratory activity using MATLAB. Charot. So, we have here the first item for the end of chapter exercises. This is for the trapezoidal rule. So, yan. O, binibigyan ko na kayo ng ganyang example ha. Tapos magreklamo na naman kayo sa saan? Sa, tawag dito, sa mga exam at quiz at finals na hindi wala sa module ang example. Binigyan na kayo ng example. Yan ha. Tapos may minalabas. Sir, ba't minalabas na hyperbolic sign, hyperbolic? Tapos mayroong pang sadya yun. Lumalabas yun pag bilog ang buwan. Questions. O, meron tayong n values, tatlong yan. Tapos ito kasing sunod ay pang Simpsons rule na parehas. So use the space ha. Madami yung space. Gamitin niyo yan pang solve. And after your planter, I'll be collecting your hindi pala. Si Clasare pala magko-collect. Then she will be identifying 5 students who would be qualifying for the final round. For the swimwear. May questions ga? So, madali lang naman niya. Sobrang basic lang. Question. I assume you don't have any questions since no one is raising their hand. So before we end our class, I'll be conducting attendance check. Para sa mga taong mula dito. Okay, Africa. Alvira. Sana all naka-aircon. Pakinig ang aircon ni Queen. Alvira, wala. Balani. Wala din. Bumagat.
Present po.
Kabalan.
Present po.
Carmona.
Present po.
Castillo.
Present po.
Castor.
Present po.
Kumia. Aaron. J. Wala na naman. Kumia dyan.
Sir, si Kumiya dyan daw po ay nandun sa klase po ng, makeup class po ng fuels po.
Ngayon ba yun? Hindi ba maya-maya pa yun? Sa time ko pa.
1 to 5 daw po.
Ah? So, ibig sabihin, pati yung yung mga petrophysics ko na iba. Ano ba yung online? Ba't nandito to iba? Kweto.
Present po.
Dapok.
Present po.
Dimagi ba?
Present po.
Ebora.
Present po.
Spelita.
Present po.
Garcia.
Present po.
Heralde. Wala si Heralde. Joke lang. Himan.
Present po.
Alagan.
Present po.
Larisma.
Present po.
Leonida.
Present po.
Magbuhos.
Present po.
Manimtim.
Present po.
Marasigan.
Present po.
Martel. Nunez.
Present.
Paruli.
Present po, sir.
Pedraza.
Present po.
Peladio.
Present po, sir.
Okay, Heraldo na take note. Ramos.
Present po.
Sichon.
Present po.
Panig ko pang Multitasker yan. Tampugaw.
Present po.
Tan.
Present po.
Valenzuela. Mula si Valenzuela. Vilela.
Present po, sir.
Okay. May questions pa? Ulitin ko ha, bukas we'll be discussing Simpsons 1/3, then on Thursday, Simpsons 3/8, and by next week, on Monday, which is face-to-face, yung ating time ngayon, but next week, we'll have our quiz about numerical integration lang, yung tatlong method. Okay? Do you have any question? Alvira, yes.
Sir, present po. Hindi lang po nakapag-open call kanina.
Na-take
Thank you
note ko
po.
na. Yan, may questions pa before I end the class. And I take my low-calorie lunch. Charot. Oo eh. Babain mo ng kamay mo, Althea, bawal kang manghalay. May questions? Hoy. Questions ka? Sure ha? Tapos wala na naman masasagot sa quiz. Walang question sa discussion, tinatanong naman kung ayos. Kung may tanong. Tapos pag nag-quiz ay halatang hindi nakikinig. So yun, if wala na po tayong question, okay, I'll leave the rest of the time for you to answer the PSET. Then, I think that would be all. Let's call it a day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you po, sir.